Hello, everybody! Syvash111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII as Catherine the Great. I tried to erase Syvash from the map using my legatus and all those warriors I had, but like I said last time, there's only so much those warriors could do, and taking down spearmen easily is not one of them. And I was so close to getting my legatus to level 3 as well. Still kinda disheartened by that fact, frankly. I'll be trying again in a couple of turns as soon as I get some legatuses in the ranks. Because legatus is the Roman unique infantry unit, and it gets +1 combat strength for every tradition in the government. How many traditions do I have? None. I'm gonna have to get some in as soon as a celebration or tactics is completed. I meant to say as soon as a celebration begins or tactics is studied, but I'm pretty sure you could understand what I said. I think it would be best if I had my legatus heal in friendly territory. I do have the option...
He heard these horrors.
Okay, bronze working mastery is completed. But anyway, I do have the option to reinforce this slinger into my legatus. I've got 6 slots, and I can upgrade the slinger to become an archer. Just as easy as that. But unfortunately, it is gonna waste up a couple of money, and I'm gonna need some money for purchasing legatuses, since it is gonna take a while for the Basilica to complete, and in turn the Forum that I've been developing. These next few turns have proven uneventful. But we are now in a celebration, and the Basilica is going to take 7 turns to complete. I don't think it would be worth it to get plus 30% production towards training infantry units for 10 turns, so I'll instead do plus 20% science again. And I'll get the Auxilia tradition in my government for right now. And I gotta repair the Temple of Jupiter, too. A bummer that I have to spend more gold on it. I don't know if I can overbuild on unique buildings from previous ages, but I'm gonna have to see what I can do about that in the exploration and beyond. I do have a cultural attribute point, though, so that's nice. I'm gonna put it towards constructing wonders, since I do plan on getting a few wonders in my civilization sometime within the future. I think it's time for me to do Senatus Populusque Romanas, so I can unlock the Colosseum and have an opportunity to build it. My legatus is fully healed, I had it rest for right now, and my archer has arrived. Great. Okay. Tolan Xiko Kotitlan now has a Caesarian. That's not really my business. So why are you notifying me of that game? Will I allow Pachacudi to go through my borders because I'm giving him permission? But only for the gold, and there goes Stromboli again. Okay, it doesn't look like the Temple of Jupiter got damaged, so I can be thankful for that.
When I was young,
Currency is completed. I thought I'd get a merchant unit from that. Oh, maybe it's... Yeah, it is the Code of Laws Civic that I get my merchant from. I'm gonna have to get that completed as soon as I complete Senatus Populusque Romanus. For now, I'm gonna do the wheel. Oh, just in time. I can purchase a legion right now and queue some other legions up to be produced. That should be plenty. Rome grows. It's only 2 settlements for right now, but it will grow. As Rome grows, so too does the notion of Roman identity. An influx of new visitors rapidly changes the fabric of the city, and people can't always agree on what it means to be Roman. Rome's strength is in its diversity, clearly. Many diverse people from many diverse places. Trung Track wants to denounce me already. I do have more than enough influence that I could reject the action, but I do want to save influence for when I meet more potential city-states to become suzerain of, so I'll accept the denunciation. I don't know if she's gonna declare war on me anytime soon. Oh. I just realized she's right up there. So, she's not gonna pose a significant danger to me anytime soon, I don't think. Come on. Come to my legatus' aid, why don't you? It's gonna have to seek out a little bit of safety. That's a galley. Okay, that at least gets us the promotion I've been wanting for my legatus. And along with it, a charge to create a new settlement. I'm gonna do Assault Initiative this time, so my units can move after unpacking from the commander.
let arms yield to.
Senatus Populusque Romanus is completed, but it looks like the legatus I had just produced is defeated. Man. Hi. Roman citizens gather in high spirits to celebrate the festival of Fors Fortuna. Wine flows liberally, and revelers drape themselves in flower garlands. One rowdy group declares that these are the celebrations expected of an empire ruled by its people. A nearby senator retorts that Rome is guided by the Senate, and a little more gratitude should be in order. Do I have any militaristic attribute points spent? No, but it would be a good idea to get one so I could have more combat strength against independent powers and city-states. That'd be great. I'll do that. Okay, now that that's taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and do Code of Laws next so I can get my merchant unit in. And let's do Princeps Civitatis for +1 production on districts in my capital. Cool deal. Here comes my next Legion. I can't really found another settlement since I'm too close to Roma, so I'll skip a turn for now. Just hoping no other units come in. What's this? Unmet city-state. Not really my business. Either. To be totally honest. Should be marginally safe for my legatus to go further towards Syvash. The closer we get, the more dangerous it could potentially become. Pachacudi wants open markets with me again. I still have more than enough influence to start befriending independent powers, should I want to. Durham, befriending it does sound tempting, but it is sitting right at Egypt's doorstep. So I may want to leave it for Genghis Khan to take care of. Okay. We can begin the assault on Syvash once again. I got another Legion produced.
Inventor.
It'll be perfectly safe for me to found another settlement once Syvash is taken care of. Which it is. Give me the option to disperse the independent. Thank you. Another Legion produced. And we got a militaristic attribute point on top of that. And I'm gonna put it towards plus 15% production towards training military units. Something good to have around. And next up is going to be military training. All the main ones I can do are gonna take 18 turns, but that's fine by me. Anything I can do to make my civilization marginally stronger, given the tides, I'll do it. Taking out that spearman was a must, since it was directly after my legatus. I could potentially be too close to Roma, so I have to move away a little bit further. And so, it's settlement founding time. And Patavium is the settlement that came about next. That's what it's named. Right by all this jade. Organized military would be a good idea to complete. Okay, it looks like that's all the legions I can train. And my merchant unit is now present. I can actually do naval trade routes to Nineveh and Tolan, Xikoko, Titlan, and Shengal too. May sound tempting to do Shengal since it's the closest. I think I'm gonna do Tolan, Xikoko, Titlan for the Jade and Sea Turtles resource. And for the gold as well. It's gonna be more gold than if I sent it to Shengal. Meanwhile, I'm gonna produce Ancient Walls and Barracks would also be nice to have. I did have a narrative event that will improve production on that, I believe. I just heard sounds of me being attacked. Ah, it was already taken care of now, so no need to worry. Archer unit is gonna have to heal up now, as is my legatus. Just want to reposition myself in my seat so I could be more comfortable. In case you're wondering what that was. I'm not seeing any more potential threats to my civilization for the moment. Maybe after I get a few more settlements founded, I may consider going to war with someone. A burgeoning merchant outpost has been terrorized by frequent coastal storms. The opportunity for trade is ripe, but the risk is great without a seawall. Shoring up the outpost will give us 100 gold, but minus 100% signs for 2 turns. I'm not that far from a celebration, I don't think. I think it would be best to move on, since I really need military training. It's gonna unlock unit flanking, along with the arena and blacksmith buildings. Peace has been made between 2 civilizations, which is nice. And Trungtrak wants to hinder my military production. Sorry, but no cigar. Try again if you want. Can't guarantee you'll succeed, though. I'm gonna be packing all of my units into this legatus as soon as they're healed. And we have met.
So, here we meet. And I gotta ask myself, you gonna be my friend or my foe?
Harriet Tubman. Again. She was pretty unbearable to have to deal with in the last game I played. Hopefully not so much in this one. I'm kinda considering converting Mediolanum into a city, since it does... Hold on, where's the menu for resources? Okay. Mediolanum's actually producing the most gold for our civilization overall. And I want to assign these jade resources to a settlement that could make use of them pretty nicely. I do have the option for placing specialists down, but I want to hold off on that for now. Because it's going to cost some... happiness and gold, I believe it was. No, happiness and food. Food is what I meant to say instead of gold. More uneventful turns abound, but there is a galley within my territory that I am gonna have to... I'm gonna have to produce an archer as soon as my barracks is complete. Good thing I have ancient walls completed. Oh, my merchant has arrived at Tolan Xikokotitlan. I'm definitely gonna have to do another merchant and send him to Nineveh, since Nineveh now has more resources I can potentially work with. Regional Hub. A cheer goes up at the first sail crowning the horizon. By the time the ship comes in, the crowd is dense, with little ones on shoulders, all eager for a glimpse of the further world and its goods. The port becomes the merchant's domain. Why not? Okay, I did have the gold. Okay, I do have the gold now to purchase an archer. I didn't previously. This is going to help immensely against going up against that galley. And we completed the quest. Star of the North. Luxuries from warmer climes enter the marketplaces, thrilling Catherine's people and enriching the tapestry of her settlements. Alright. So that means I can produce merchants faster now. This one I'm definitely gonna be sending up to Nineveh. Refinement is next. Catherine's capital is a bright place in the wilderness, with its altars of gold and amber icons, but architects are divided on its development. Is this place defined by its filigrees, or by everyday functional improvements to the urban plan? Drama and glory will inspire all will get us a scientific attribute point when we build an amphitheater. Can we build an amphitheater yet? No, it doesn't look like we can. Amphitheater, amphitheater. Where can I get amphitheater at? It's looking like I can only get that from attack. Engineering. I did not mean to click on that. Okay, military training was what I was on. I want to get at least that completed next. I have more jade resources, but I can't really use them efficiently on Roma, since it doesn't produce that much gold. I do have another celebration underway. This one is also going to go towards science for 10 turns. And let's do... I'm gonna do Latinitas because it's a social policy and my legions will be more powerful the more social policies are in the policy slots. On standby. The consuls have received word from a faraway backwater. They wish to send some of their civilians for training by the Roman Legion that they may defend the Empire. Let's conscript infantry. Plus 15% production towards training on legions. That's gonna be great to have.
An army is a...
This galley is running wild within this lake. The sooner I can destroy it, the better. Now Pachacuti wants an alliance with me, does he? I don't even know where his empire's at. Well, I do know it is somewhere on this continent, given that I am playing on Pangea Plus. I think I am going to reject the alliance offer. As much as nice as it would sound. I could do these two Roman civic masteries. You know what? Yeah, I'll go for it. Exercitus Romanus 2 will get me the Bulwark promotion on the Legatus for free. I'm still strongly considering turning Mediolanum into a city. Do I have the gold for it, I wonder? I'm just a couple short. Maybe in a few turns I'll do it. Okay, that gets me an opportunity to get these two resources over here for Patavium. My merchant is completed. I will now build a library right over here. And the other building that will be queued is going to be unlocked later. Get my first specialist in the city center of Roma. This merchant can travel to Nineveh for a trade route for Xerxes. And more resources to work with. Okay, the library is going to be complete in 5 turns. These two masteries are going to be complete in 6 each. And they both produce codices for me. Definitely nice to have, given Catherine's leader ability.
It is easier to...
How many codices do I have? Okay, just 2, and I also have 2 codex slots. So that's perfect. Now I'm gonna do Civis Romanus 2 for +2 gold for in the capital for every town I own. It's only 2, but there's soon to be more.
Avoid any specific...
Well, that was quick. Pachacudi wants open markets. Consider it supported. I think I'm gonna do citizenship next. Entertainment will unlock us the Colosseum on other civilizations, but the Colosseum is Rome's associated wonder. I think I'd better go ahead and construct it once the library is complete. I'm kind of anxious, though. What if I'm gonna be starting it too late? Oh, the galley's headed for Mediolanum. If it attacks Mediolanum, I'm just gonna have to purchase a troop to take care of that. Serpents of Libya. The poet's expressive historical work on Roman history now includes a sequence in which an army is graphically murdered by a diverse population of lethal snakes. The public is divided as to whether or not his catalog of serpents is biologically accurate. What would citizenship give me again? Okay, it would give me casts, drama and poetry, the Emile Bell opportunity, and a cultural festival project. I think I'm gonna preserve the fantasy. It only advances a turn worth of culture. It still helps, though. I got the first milestone of the Great Library completed.
When I was young,
because I got another codex from completing the currency mastery. Cool. The Tech Wrangler. Ambition drives innovation. With still so much to discover and explore, mastering a skill becomes the work of a lifetime. I will take that codex and be on my way. Good day. I'll do the wheel mastery for another codex. Okay, so convert to city is only 300 gold now in Mediolanum, because I have enough population for the cost to go down yet again. Well, might as well go ahead and do it. There we go. And the first order of business, I say, would be to get an altar down right here. And let's do a blacksmith right down here. And another library would also help. Okay, so the library will have 3 codex slots because we're playing as Catherine the Great. Oh, now Patavium's the one that's producing the most gold. Well, crap. Maybe I can get some gold buildings in my empire to counteract that. Okay, the merchant has arrived in Nineveh, and we will create another trade route, gaining access to the 4 resources in that settlement. Okay, that will complete the first milestone of the Silk Road's legacy path. Though, if I were to make the best use of the Sea Turtles resource, I'm gonna have to get some warehouse buildings in Patavium. I don't have enough gold for that, though. I do now. Let's get a granary right over here. Pachacudi wants me to open borders. Do it for the gold. Gold is pretty much everything if you're looking to purchase a lot of stuff rather than produce it.
Inventor.
We got the wheel mastery completed, thus getting us another codex. Military training mastery will also get us another codex, but I'm gonna wait on that for a little bit. I think I'm gonna do navigation next.
After the assembly.
I'm looking at the new settlement Genghis Khan has going on, Behdet, and I'm wondering if it would be appropriate for me to denounce him, since I am going down a militaristic path this game. At the same time, I do want to found more settlements up here, and right over here near Shengal, which is safe, provided that I am suzerain of it. Even in the case that I fail to build the Colosseum, I still could have the opportunity to get Settler done pretty quickly. I still want more codex slots, though, is the thing. Also, I'm gonna get Settler queued up in Mediolanum as well. with the blacksmith being completed, that should be pretty quick as well. What do I want to do? Let's do literacy. I'm still going to hold off on entertainment until I am at a good enough position for that. Maybe I could do entertainment once literacy is complete. Just so I can get it out of the way. We got a tier 3 naval unit coming our way. Okay, it's going past Patavium. Nothing interesting going on with it yet, but I do have another narrative event. Oh, here comes the crisis. A strange year. After the rains, harder and heavier than before, unusual verdure covers the fields. Rats and mice follow, and farmers who smiled at their earlier fortune now crease their brows in frustration. And worse, at the fringes of the land, illness spreads. So that means we got a plague crisis going on in the Antiquity Age this time. I'm gonna have to figure out how I can deal with it. Prognosis would sound pretty good because of the -4 gold on science buildings, and I don't have a lot of science buildings in my empire. The additional science provided should Roma become infected is also a nice sign of things to come. But I think I am going to go ahead and end off this part right here. I've barely made a dent in my military legacy path. And I do want to put in more of an effort in at least reaching the first milestone for a militaristic or expansionist attribute point. The 2 settlers I'm to start producing should help, but Mediolanum, it looks like is gonna be a ways away unless I can purchase a warehouse building to help out with that, which I will do now. And this unit will go here, or civilian population. There are no longer builder units you can purchase in the Civ game. That was back in Civ 6, if you remember that. I don't have any more resource slots to assign these to, so I'll leave that be. Wait for this turn to pass, and
Ships at a distance.
with navigation being completed, I think it will be okay to call this a part. Literacy is almost complete. I'm gonna have to choose another tech to research. The Colosseum is pretty close to completion as well, I'm noticing. And the brickyard should help with constructing the blacksmith pretty nicely. With cities, buildings with production yield is an absolute must if you plan on using production more often, like you're gonna want to do if you don't have the gold to purchase certain things. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I will take another break, and I will see you in the next part. Bye!